Hello and welcome to another episode. I think it's the second one in 2020. I don't know what the number is itself, but it's the second one in 2020. And today we're going to continue on with our discussion of the primary season coming up. Again, March 3rd is the final date of the primary. There will be some early voting. I'll cover that in a later topics. Today we're going to discuss the U.S. House of Representatives and how it appears or how it affects Dallas County. In the last episode when I discussed senators, I'd mentioned that sometimes I won't vote for somebody, I'll move down the race and it will be, somebody will complain that, well, you didn't vote for him, so that means you vote for the other person. No, that's baloney, okay? My vote, if I don't vote for somebody, that means that person didn't get my vote and nobody else got that vote. So don't buy into that faulty logic. In fact, one of the biggest lies in U.S. politics is that we have to accept the lesser of two evils. No, we don't have to accept any of it. And if you don't stand up for your vote and cast it properly, then that's the wasted vote right there. And you ought to consider other candidates that may not be in the mainstream or in the Republican primary when it comes time to vote during the regular election in November. But in a primary like this, if there's several other people or a few other people or even one other person running against the incumbent, it might be a good idea just to go ahead and vote for the opposing person, even though the incumbent's probably going to get it. But if he ekes it out like Cruz did this last time in 2018, that serves as a warning to that particular politician. So if you vote for a stronger conservative, even though he's not the incumbent, and the incumbent ekes by with 51, 52%, that tells him, that incumbent, that there is a strong conservative movement out there. And there's a lot of people out there that are watching his vote. So keep that in mind. That's my little advice for that. The U.S. House of Representatives, the People's House, as it's been called, there are 5 districts out of the 36 that cover Dallas or somehow affect Dallas. There's U.S. House District 5, there's U.S. House District 6, U.S. House 24, U.S. House 30, and U.S. House 32. If you don't know which one of those is yours, you can go to your voter ID. This year it's orange. It'll be this orange card will be in effect all of 2020 and all of 2021. Last year's it was yellow. And it will come in here and it will give you the congressional district. Mine just happens to be 32. We'll put that up. We'll put that up on the video here shortly. And I'm going to tell you how to find that out. It's another link that will be at the end of the website in the description. And this website is Dallas County Votes. That's Dallas spelled out, county spelled out, and votes spelled out. .org/voter spelled out -lookup. And you'll get a screen up there, and we'll put a copy of that screen up there, and you can put in your name and your birth date, and it will come up with a place for you to click on, and you can find out down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a place. It'll give you all your information, so you verify that's you. It'll give you the precinct that you're in, and it'll come down and a link, and it'll ask you where you can click on. It'll say My Elected Officials, and then it will come up with all your elected officials, every one of them, from president all the way down to the precinct chair, if it happens to have somebody in there. So that's a way to find out. So educate yourself on that. Now let's cover the U.S. House of Representative districts. District number 5 covers, and we'll put a map up there, and if you look to the right of the screen, it'll be in yellow. It covers the eastern quarter of Dallas County and then down into Kaufman County and down further into East Texas. There's a guy named Lance Gooden, and there's another Democratic candidate that is running unopposed in their particular primary. But that's who's down there. So, you got no, if you're in District 5, you can either vote for them. I never vote, that's just me, I never vote for somebody that's running unopposed. I don't know why, it's just what I do. okay, or don't do. U.S. House of Representatives, District number 6. That covers the western side of Dallas County, the western third of it, and then a little bit of Tarrant County down in the bottom southeast corner, and then down below in Ellis County, and I think also down in Navarro County. Ron Wright is the incumbent there. There's, I think, a few people running in the Democratic primary, but there's nobody running against Ron Wright. And for all intents and purposes, I think he's done a pretty good job. I haven't investigated him that closely, but he seems to be doing a fairly decent job. So if you live in U.S. House Rep District 6, then Ron Wright, vote for him or not vote for him because nobody's running against him in that one. District 24, now this is a key race up here because the Republican incumbent is leaving. He's not running for re-election, even though he seemed to be in the prime of his political life. I don't know why he's not running, but he's not. And he's given that, same old stuff that everybody else does. I want to spend more time with my family. Well, does your family want you to spend more time with them? I don't know. But Kenny Marchant is leaving. His district, 24, is in the northwestern corner of Dallas County, Coppell, Las Colinas, that area, southeastern corner of Denton County, and the northeastern corner of Tarrant County, which is like Hearst, Euless, Bedford, that area. The colony, not the colony. Anyway, the colony is in a portion of that southeast Denton County. So that's what is there. District 30. Oh my word. I used to be in District 30, and thank God I was redistricted out of it. That's Eddie Berdish Johnson, who has been there forever. I remember when I first moved back to Dallas from New Mexico in the mid-'80s, and I was getting involved in local politics then here just by becoming aware, and she was running at that time as well. So she has been here for, God, almost 40 years. And surprisingly enough, she has 3 challengers in the Democrat primary. So I don't know what to make of that. Maybe they think the time is right. I don't know. But there is one Republican running in the Republican County Republican primary. Trey Pennick is the guy's name. T-R-E and then Pennick, P-E-N-N-I-C. He's the lone Republican running in the primary. He's going to get it. Of course, the trick will be in November when they have the writ election. And of course, we'll be covering that stuff when we get down into the fall. We'll be covering that more in depth. Now, here's another interesting district. This is the last one we're going to cover in Dallas. This is district number 32, which covers the northeastern portion of Dallas County, a little bit of Collin County, covers my area of Turtle Creek, and it covers Highland Park. That was held up until the last election by Pete Sessions, who also had been around for a long time, who I think got a little cocky, who ended up wasn't even living in the district. He had an apartment here. He was just barely making the residence requirements, but he's actually living in Florida. He has since moved back, and he's running in another district down in Central Texas, I think in the Waco area, that thing. But Colin Allred beat him in 2018 during this big blue tsunami that came about. So Colin Allred is the incumbent there. He is vulnerable. He hasn't started out well. He hadn't started out bad, but he hadn't started out well. As I understood, it took him a long time just to even get an office together. But there's 3 people running against him. There's 3 people running in the Republican primary. There's Genevieve Collins, Floyd McClendon, and Jeff Tokar. Now, Jeff, I don't know much about. Genevieve Collins and Floyd McClendon have a pretty good Facebook presence, and they're out there really pushing it. Floyd's wife is she's really got to become a good campaign person. And Floyd is he's retired from the Navy. He may have been a Navy SEAL. He seems by all accounts a good, honest guy, and can do the job, presents himself well. But I've heard some people say they've tried to pin him down on some issues, and he doesn't really, I don't know, he's lacking some oomph. about him, I guess, and some specifics. Genevieve Collins, I haven't heard really much about her either, other than she does have a presence. She is very active out there and really trying. So over the next couple of months, I'm sure I'm going to get more information about either one of those as well. And I may come down one side or the other. So you can kind of look forward to that coming around. So again, just keep in mind at the end, we're going to have some more information out there in the description of the video. Look for those for websites and stuff. Next episode, we're going to cover an enigma, the Railroad Commission, and another set of enigmas, justices of the Supreme Court, of the Appellate Court. All these are elected officials in Dallas, in the state of Texas. So we're going to go, coming back from Dallas, we're going statewide again because these are all elected statewide. So stay tuned. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I really appreciate you tuning in to watch the show. Please hit the like and share button and share it with your friends and family. If you'd like to give us some feedback, we'd love to hear from you. Just email us at dallaswatch2020@gmail.com. Also, please consider a tax-deductible donation. You can go to www.returnlee.org. And also, don't forget, tune in every Friday, 7:30 Dallas time. New episode comes out of Dallas Watch. See you then. So long.